OBS, are you good? Maybe. Okay, I'm back. It's been a minute. What happened, Brad? Well, I went to California to go interview with Facebook, and I thought it went well. There were 5 different interview sessions. Two of them were kind of behavioral. The other 3 were technical. One was programming. I did really well on it. The second one was Linux system administration. I thought I did decent on it. And the third was system design, like a large scale distributed system design. And I thought I did decent on that one as well. And reason being is because they sent me Facebook sent me a course, like a prep course for that, and so I read the whole thing. Um, well, I was gone half of last week for that trip. Ultimately, Facebook gave me a no. They wanted more of a sysadmin rather than a programmer. So I get back from that trip on Wednesday, and while I was gone, my wife caught a stomach bug. Then when I got back, my son, my daughter, and myself all caught it as well. So the rest of the week and the rest of the weekend were just gross. The whole house was gross. Um, and that kind of brings me into last week where I had a couple other interviews going on. Um, Interviewed with Snap Kitchen, my final interview with them, and I also interviewed with Adobe, and all those went really well. I actually got offers from both Snap Kitchen and Adobe. And so then I spent the rest of the week just trying to finalize job offers. I looped back with HomeAway, tried to let them know, hey, look, I'm moving forward with some other people. And eventually they just kind of dropped off. And I signed the papers with Adobe and sent it on over. So soon um, I'll be working at Adobe as a full time, full stack web developer on the Magento e-commerce platform. So all that being said, I've been gone for, about 2 weeks from this whole live streaming situation, and now I'm back. So happy to be here, happy to code again, and actually really happy to continue working on Iron Jimmy because it's getting very close to being done. And this is a project that I really do want to wrap up and kind of put a bow on and push it out because I have so many other things I want to work on. Um, so, what I want to do tonight in Iron Jimmy is I've got some GraphQL queries that I kind of need to move around, and I'll talk a little bit about why. Just want to double check my audio, make sure we're still good. Yes. Okay. This headset is pretty finicky, its connection, but I have narrowed down exactly what I do want to purchase microphone wise. That's just Shure SM58 from microphone. This is great because it is a dynamic mic with a built-in pop filter. This is what everybody uses on stage. Any like performer or artist, and it's awesome because it only picks up what's like directly coming out of your mouth. So hopefully that should eliminate a lot of keyboard noise. And I'm not sure if you guys are hearing that now, but it should get better. And then I also decided on my audio interface, the Scarlett Solo. I'll never have a need for a second input. It's just going to be me here. And I don't even really need the headphone monitor knob that the 2i2 has, just because I'm always going to be wearing headphones and controlling it through my PC, not the interface. So here it is. Here's links to both things. I'm probably going to place that order here soon. What I haven't figured out yet is what microphone boom arm I want. I had I think they call it the Blue Compass, and I didn't really like it. It kind of sucked. It's just difficult to set up. $114. It was difficult to set up. The tension rod in it was kind of bad, but it looks great. But I'm not sure what else is out there. It's a Heil one. There's a Rode one out there as well that looks pretty good. I'll have to check them out though. Anyways, that's that. So let's get going on this. Let me talk about what's going on. I have in my Gatsby node. This is where my queries happen. So, and I create all my Gatsby pages. So, in the create pages method, I create 3 pages. One, or rather, I grab the information for 3-page templates. So one is each individual product. Another one is collections of products. And then the third one is for the Shopify policies, like the legal policies. And what I do with these queries, they're pretty big, but I realized that you could just take this query. Here's the response. I parse out the products from the response, for an example, and I jam the products into the page context. And I realized that that was bad. Why is bad? I realized it was bad because I was using this Gatsby transformer Sharp in the Gatsby image package to do that fancy loading of images, and I'll show you. I'll go to this page. You see that? I'll refresh one more time. See how as it comes in, they start blurry and then land? That's because of the Gatsby image plugin. It generates different files and resolutions for each image and displays the really blurred out version first. And so I realized this problem because this is just a GraphQL fragment, and so I was trying to use the official Gatsby image GraphQL fragments. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. So you see this ... Gatsby image sharp fixed. That's a GraphQL fragment. So instead of just writing this same code over and over and over again, copy and pasting it, you can use a fragment like this. And I was trying to use them down here. Gatsby image sharp fluid, because all my images are fluid images, and it was yelling at me for unknown fragment. So this was the issue I bookmarked. Gatsby unknown fragment. And basically the point here is, I can't use fragments in Gatsby node, but you can use them in page queries. Yeah, I use fragments in pages, templates, and static queries, but not in graphical or Gatsby node. So I started looking more into this and started realizing okay, so the first thing that I have to do is move this query into a page query. And I was like, wait a second, I don't like that. I want to just do it all here and throw it into the page context. And I did some Googling there, and I found out that page context is not intended to handle a bunch of data. It could slow down the Gatsby build process. And so the whole point of this Gatsby node file is to grab only the minimum set of information that you need like for instance, get the ID of each Shopify product, and then your page, as it gets built out, will make a query for all this information. And that makes sense. They could probably cache a lot of the results for each page if it hasn't changed. And so you'll probably see a lot of speed up in every future build if you don't delete your cache. So that being said, tonight what I want to do is move these queries out and put them in the page query or in the template query, supposedly. So I've got a collection template, a policy template, and a product template, and this is where all those queries are going to go. And then use the fragment in each of those. So the first thing I need to do, let's just start with products. This query is used to generate these individual product pages. So this is specifically the solid color barbell sleeve product. You could show this really well if you just go somewhere that doesn't exist, and it shows you all the links that do exist. So here are the product template pages that are generated. You have the type and then the slug of the product name. So that's what this query is handling. So let's get it out of there. I can't remember how to do a Gatsby page query. Querying data in pages. Or a Gatsby, it's actually a template query. Querying data with GraphQL. You just export const query. Okay. Fragments. Use a fragment like any other query. Great. Post item.js. And there's a fragment. That could be used in any query after that. It's good practice for your helper components to define and export a fragment for the data they need. Index.jsx, index post. Yeah, index post fragment. Interesting. Okay. So just let's get this going. Let's start. No, this is too big. Why start with product? Let's start with the smallest one. The smallest one would be policies. Okay, so what do we need? Import GraphQL from Gatsby. And export const query equals. Do I have this anywhere else? Like, where am I using GraphQL? Okay, about.js is using it. Export const query. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, okay, no. None of those. There's the query. So I should have what I need here. And let's grab, I think it's data and page context. And let's log data. Data's missing in props. Yeah, well, who cares? You need to restart the server when you make any query changes. So let's see what we're getting. Yeah, let's see what we're getting. Is it built yet? No, not yet. Build process takes a lot longer now that I'm using Gatsby image to do all that fancy stuff, because it has to generate all the thumbnails for the images. And maybe I should stop removing my cache. It's just going to make things take longer. Okay. Let's go hit a policy page. Cool. So here we go. We actually have all Shopify policies, but we don't want all. We only want a specific one. Right. Right. So context we want is not policy, and I'm going to keep these side by side as I go. We want the, I don't know, probably the handle. Let's log page context as well. And we're going to have to restart again. Let's not remove our cache. Let's just run npm start. Hopefully it picks up the changes. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Handle is not defined. Right. Right. One more time. So policy is fine, but like ultimately what's going to happen is we only need handle here. And then the page will take care of querying for its own policy. Policy handle, there you go. So let's do it. Let's get rid of title and body. What are we getting back here? Response data, all Shopify policy. Oh yeah, we have to filter this stupid one out here. That's why I wrote that code. Edges is equal to if that policies exist. All right, so we grab policies. Path is policy.handle, and the context is policy.handle. Okay. So over in policy, how do we use context? Creating and modifying pages, yes. Context path, great. Querying data in pages, here we go. Querying data in components, querying data in components. Creating pages from data programmatically. Ah, there we go, that's what I want. Oh, right, now we have to have query on there. Notice that slug is used in the template. Yeah. So like this. Holy crap. In this case, I don't need the handle. I only need the title and the body, the actual data. Now, we don't want all Shopify policy. We want Shopify policy. And let's test out this query. Great, Shopify policies. Okay, cool. But we want it where? How do you do filters? Fields. Let's see, query handle. It's a string. Let's try to find privacy policy. Expected name found string. Oh, is this where you have to say it's a... Then we can define it down here. Just trying to mimic what's going on. Fields slug equals slug. What about, isn't there like a tutorial? Yeah, okay. Okay, how do they do it? He's got query slug is a string. Markdown remark fields. Ah. I think we got it. Variable handle of type string used in position. Expecting type string. Oh. How about that? Ooh, don't understand. I'm getting Shopify policy. Where policies, element match, handle, is equal to privacy policy. Shit. What about refund policy? Ooh. Oh man. All right. My page context should be good. Policy.handle. Handle should be coming in. Let's log page context very first thing. Oh, dude, did I not have the server running that whole time? Because I'm an idiot? All right, what do we got? Right, let's just grab this and stick it in there. Okay. So, try it again. Handles coming in through page context. All right, this seems good. Let's check it out. Whoa. Okay, handle is correct. Great. But this is still not working. What about data? Are we getting stuff coming through there? And we're getting all 4 policies. What's this one? Is it the GraphQL one that doesn't have what I need? Body and title. Privacy, refund, shipping, terms of service. Privacy, refund, terms of service, no shipping. Yeah, that's why I didn't use all Shopify shop policy. So I'm a little blown away here. I don't understand why this match isn't working. I'll try it one more time. So what do we have here? ID. Parent, children, internal media type policies. What is ID? Equals. There's IDs. Element match is the only option there. So what about title? Equal. No, it still gives me all of them. Oh, shit. Well, maybe we try this for... collections instead first. So, what does this give us? Good. Am I missing anything? Can I get an ID? They have a Shopify ID. Great. Let's make sure to put Shopify ID in there. Yeah. And collection dot Shopify ID. Let's definitely put that in there. Okay, now let's go to the collection template. And export what we need. There's a query. Let's import GraphQL module. Okay, and then let's get that whole query here. We don't want all Shopify collection. But we'll test it out in graphical here. So we want, for instance, let's just pick one here. ID. We're just going to use the first one. Cool. So this should be Aztec Limited Barbell Sleeves. So we will name it query, where we've got ID, which is a string, and it's required. ID is never used. Great. So we want Shopify collection. No edges, no nodes, which means we can get rid of 2 braces. Okay, so how do you filter Shopify collection? Shopify ID equals, see, this one's very simple. ID, right? So we run it. Yeah, we only get this hot items one. Let's search, you get title. There should only be, yeah, 1 collection. Well, that's great. This is working. Let's log the page context, see what we're getting. There's a collection on the main page that I can go check out. Probably have to restart the server. Let's change this to Shopify ID. And basically, when we get collections, all we care about is Shopify ID at this point. Everything else can go away. Oh, no. We need to create the slug. So that's a handle. We need the handle as well. Yep, so we've got collection.handle and collection.shopify ID. So let's say handle and Shopify ID. Destructure that to get the things we care about, and then do what we want with them. All right, that's better. All right, let's cancel and restart the server. I just can't get over why Shopify policy has a policies endpoint when you're only trying to get a single one. You know, maybe we still use page context for policies. We don't have any images, so I don't need to use the fragments there. So we should be logging Okay, we've got a Shopify ID. Great. But I don't even need page context. I just need data. Yeah. Data.shopify collection. And then I should be good after that. Yo, I like it. So now, my whole purpose in doing this was to see if I could make that a fragment. Let's see, I need Gatsby image. Gatsby image sharp fluid. After the fluid tag. It saved me, what, 8 lines here? I guess it's not super important, but I will restart the server, see what happens. So I think collection and product are going to be just fine. The policies is going to be the odd man out. All right, we're built. Yeah. We're still getting it. So I think we're good. And then, you know, I can break up these GraphQL queries better later. So I don't need page context. Just data. Okay, policy, screw you. I don't like it. All right, now what do I need for products? What do I do here? Make a slug, type, slug. I need to handle the product type. What else? I think that's it. Handle and the product type. Wow, look at, oh, okay, now I better save this whole thing first. Collection. Product is obviously like my most complicated thing. All right, pulling the query, pulling the GraphQL module. Okay, should be good there. Okay, what did I say we needed? Handle and product type. And then the Shopify ID. Handle product type, Shopify ID, and we'll get rid of the rest. Let's do the same thing, just destructure what we need. So path is the oh, we're good. Handle. So we have to modify product type here to go all the way to lowercase. And context is just Shopify ID. Sweet. All right, so this just takes in data. Where's the query again? Shopify ID. So I know this is going to be Shopify product. Let's get all Shopify products. Just get an ID for testing. Let's see, now we got edges, node. Let's get the title. Is there a title? Title. Just run it. All right, we got a bunch. Let's do Star Wars. That's always pretty dope. And then we can copy and paste in our query. Right, we don't need edges or the node. Shopify ID is never used. Right, because I need to actually run a filter on this. So what do we got? Is it as simple as saying Shopify ID equals, yep, Shopify ID. And there we go, we got Star Wars barbell sleeves. And so if we rebuild this, we should be good to go. Now same thing with collection, right? Yeah. And we can use the fragments now. Okay. This is for each product. So we go to a product page. Oh no, doesn't like something. Oh, right. So right now we have data coming in. Now we need to actually run the page off of that data. So I log data, Shopify product. So product is going to equal data.shopify product. Here we go. Now let's pick a better example for these images. Yeah. So we can see Gatsby transformer sharp is working. Let's do solid barbell sleeve. Yeah. Oh, no, not solid. Aztec ones are good for this. Okay, and now let's use the fragment. Down here. Restart it. So I will say, look, product and collection worked great. I'll finish that thought in a second. All right, let's refresh. Good, still getting our Gatsby transform sharp. That's awesome. Okay. Now, what have we done to policy? Policy is completely jacked because we can't figure out how to get this query working. Why? Let's try. So handle privacy policy, and we'll try this query. Just does not work. What if I just said like expected name? Media type. I don't know what that is. Shopify policies, filter list input. Shopify policies? No. Oh, I'm at a loss here, man. I'm at a loss. Shopify policy, filter input. LM match, handle, equals, not equals, in, regex, the string, scalar type version, technical data union, glob. Let's try not equal. I mean, handle title handle. Not equal to foo. It matches everything. Why? Regex. What if our regex is privacy policy? Invalid flags? What do you have to do, like multi-line and stuff? Yeah. What about glob? Star dash policy would be good. It should match everything. Oh. Refund. Whoops. Just trying to figure out how this works. I just don't know. I just don't know. This one sucks. I will keep this one the same. There's no reason to change it. So let's just verify what I'm actually getting here. Get rid of the query. Well, not really. We want handle, title, and body. Let me get rid of the empty one. I know why. I know why this is working the way it is, and it's really stupid. Remember when we were doing this and all right, look. I get rid of the body so it's easier to read. Check it out. Just gonna type this out. So what's happening is Okay, look. When you get all Shopify policies, for some reason, it returns a blank node every time. Have no idea why. What this is doing is it says, hey, look through all these, if any one of these policies has an element where handle is equal to privacy policy, return it, meaning you'll get this entire thing. So let's look for a handle called like living policy. This is going to return nothing. And this is one more reason why I want to write my own Shopify, Gatsby source Shopify, because these are terrible. Just really bad. All right, that's okay. At least I know the root cause. So we're passing in path is policy.handle, passing in the entire policy, but just that one policy. So it's not like that egregious. All right, we can get rid of that. Don't need Gatsby here. We'll restart. And this should just confirm that we have what we need. Go. There we go. This is page context. Has policy. A single policy. All right, we're good. We can get rid of the logs. Yay. So what did we accomplish today, ladies and gentlemen? We moved a lot of logic out of Gatsby node into the different template files, like collection. The actual query that gets the data that it needs lives inside of the template file. What that allowed us to do was eliminate a couple lines of code, because we can now use Gatsby or GraphQL fragments when using the Gatsby image plugin instead of expanding it ourselves. Yes. I'm going to push this. Change 3 files, node collection product. Yes. Vastly simplified Gatsby node. Only passing in IDs. Great. Oh, one thing I just want to make sure I didn't accidentally screw up our routing. Like our pages are still, our paths are still getting calculated correctly. In the meantime, let's look at the other stuff. Made these a little bit more complicated. That's okay. But now we're just co-locating the component and the data that it needs. This is ridiculous. I need to break this out big time. Maybe we can work on that tomorrow. let's see. Let's just go to some junk route. About apparel hoodie, apparel t-shirt, cart, contact. Privacy, refund, shipping policy. Terms of service. Sleeves, straps. Nylon lifting straps 1. Interesting. Why? Why is this defined like that? I don't know, but I don't like it. Okay, though, I think we're good. So ACP, move GraphQL queries to templates. Okay, I could do a lot more code cleans done with this website. Let's see. Let's take a break. Talk about some fun stuff. Like I said, I have a million other projects lined up to do. If you take a look at my repositories, I'll show you a couple that I'm going to work on. So I got asked some really good interview questions. At Facebook, here's the gist of it. They asked me to write a Python program that kind of solves the k nearest neighbors problem. And I did really well there. I have some of the code, but this is definitely one that I'm going to do. You know, ever since the HomeAway interviews, I've been coding up the questions that they've asked me and putting them on GitHub to help you guys out and to solidify kind of if I ever need to look back at this stuff. So Facebook did the k nearest neighbors problem. Snap Kitchen asked me 2 interesting design questions. One design question. Let me see if, yeah, here's their website. I wonder if they have something similar. No, okay, so basically what's going to happen is that, oh, no, here it is. It's basically this. Yeah. So, whoa, I'm stuck. Okay, so they wanted me to code this carousel like this, and I'd never done anything like that, and I really need to see. Really want to see what's up. Whoa, yeah. It's complicated. 27 console errors. Oh. Yeah, they wanted me to code this carousel, so I didn't get to it during the interview, but I'm gonna go ahead and code it up on GitHub as a practice exercise. The other one was the guy basically asked me like randomly generate two teams of people, and then have them compete. And it doesn't matter really what the team size is or what these things are competing. You're essentially just comparing a number, but he framed it in the context of something that I like to do, lifting. And he's like, so randomly generate two teams of lifters, then generate the weight they lifted with squat, bench, and deadlift, and then like see who won overall total. And like imagine this could be a fun little exercise. You randomly generate everybody's squat, bench, and dead on each team, or not even each team, just like in general, and then you could go loop through and find like who won overall, who won push, who won for their weight class. Like that would be kind of fun. So I'm gonna kind of make something fun out of this, because I definitely enjoyed coding it in the interview. So kudos to Facebook and Snap Kitchen for asking really good interview questions. Then Facebook Migration Monitor is almost done. They were asking me to write some kind of monitor. So the theoretical situation is you have a service running on some port on many, many hosts, and they want to, across all these hosts, change the port from, let's say, 2000 to port 3000 across like hundreds of hosts. And they need to run a script that will verify that this worked. They need to see, what's already been migrated, what hasn't yet been migrated, and then what like had issues during the migration. So those are 3 fun ones I'm going to work on. One thing I wanted to do on stream is install Fira code. I really want a different font for my editor. Let's like open this up. This is good and all, but like I want something new, and I want to make my own VS Code theme as well. But Fira code, in addition to like it being pretty cool, it's like, hey, if you don't like me, check out these other free fonts. So I'm gonna get them all and install them all. I think this one actually looked really cool, Iovesca, and this has ligatures as well. Right, ligation. Yeah, this looks sick. I don't understand the difference. Oh. The ats and some of the squiggles and stuff. Interesting. Character variants. Wow. Wow. This is crazy. This one's kind of been my favorite one though. Iozevka. It's pretty cool. There's a bunch of them. So I was going to install all these and just check them out. So I'll probably make like a separate stream dedicated just to that, because it'll be a fun time. Just have fun. Monoid, right? So it looks like from the same people. Iosevka. Oh no, it's different. Huh. But look at that. They look very similar. Yeah, so that's something I'll be doing here soon. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Happy to be streaming again. I'll be doing this more often. Glad to have you back. Glad to be back. Catch you later.